Let me tell you, one of the easy, one of the easiest ways, don't scream chairs, to survive, not only survive, but thrive within yourself, within yourself. Don't be bothered by anybody else. It takes some doing, especially if you've had people try and push your buttons and try and get a reaction from you in life or in death. Which is where you go after life, for more life, which is why they call it afterlife. Right, I keep this simple. I'm just pairing up socks, some washing, done some darning. Right, this is how sort of life starts off from its creation. Right, things are separate, and then it gets thrown into the big mixing pot, or the washing machine. And it comes out, we pile it all on the table. Well, these have been in the odd socks box for some time, so I've took them out. Now this is how sort of life works a little bit. You go through life feeling like a bit of a sock. Now socks, sex, it's what sex you are, what socks you are, right? Lots of different colours. Hulk comes from somewhere. So we've got lots of different colours, got lots of different patterns, different markings. And then what we do is we sort of search around for another sock that we want to be paired with. Now the thing is, you got to be honest about it, and you got to present yourself the right way around. So there's an outside, and then there's an inside, right? This is where the threads are shown and how everything's sort of kept together, and the patterns. So we go through. Now the thing is, right, and this is, there's deep lessons in simple things, right? People who like to be matched up with the same colour and the same pattern, right, are generally quite logical and quite traditional, and have been told that's the way that you pair things up. And that's the way that a traditional, logical pair lasts. So that's that. Whether it be a black pair, a grey pair, a pair, a white pair with different patterns on, right? All different colours, all different sexes, all different sorts. And then what happens, and this is where the interesting thing is, and this is because some don't find the exact match. And then what happens is you get one sock with another sock. And people who wear odd socks are generally considered a bit odd. There's no accident in the words that get used, because the words that get used come from the deeper meaning. So the words are a result of the actions of the deeper meaning. But this is why you have to sort of reverse engineer to understand what you have and where it came from. If you're interested in meaning, if you're interested in deeper meaning at different levels, if you're not and you're happy just surfing, not really thinking about a lot about it, then that's up to you, it's your level. But the thing is you get people on different levels telling people on other levels what they should do. This is where world peace is achieved, sat at the table, thinking about pairing up socks. Because the different socks, the different sexes, and the different countries, trees of no ledge, and the different patterns and the different levels, the different sizes, right? Just work on not being offended by difference. That's one of the keys. There's quite a few keys, obviously, because it's a combination lock, right, to unlock the meaning of life. And one of the first keys is not being fussed if somebody's different than you. Because there is absolute value, worth, meaning, deep understanding in their own level. Now, if you've already worked through the level that they're at, offering support, offering a bit of guidance, maybe a little advice from a sort of parenting, sort of shepherding position, then fair enough. Fair is fair, balanced. Though if somebody don't want to take your advice, if they don't agree with you, that's up to them. That's up to that person, that level, you know, their own particular experience. You know, you get a lot of people in positions sometimes. Do this, do that. They want a boss. Work on not being offended. Let's just keep it simple as that. Right? And no matter what socks you are, no matter where you're from, whether you're from the odd socks basket or whether you've come straight out of the washing machine, whether you're a brand new pair. In fact, you're more likely to find a sock to match with if you don't stress about it. You know, when people say, "Oh, I was thinking about this, I was trying to find this answer," and then I sort of stopped thinking about it and did something else, and then the answer came to me, right? Or I was looking for love, and then I sort of gave up, and then I found love. There's a reason for that, right? It's the harder that you push, the more the experience resists. And resistance, this is why we have the resistance, right? And resistance training, right? I do a lot of different workouts, and I'm going to do maybe a bit of advice on resistance training, because resistance training been built inner strength. People like big muscle, you know, these big muscles and pretty things, and yeah. But the strength comes from resistance, right? The temptation. And yeah, for onwards, it is Sunday morning. Though I won't particularly go into preaching too much into the ghost spells. But yeah, resistance training. And resistance training is temptation. To be tempted to go for the quick fix, the quick answer. So you get other people using volume, using size, volume, sound, volume, big volume, right? To sort of push the weight